Hey, welcome back for another first look at another one of Wren's music, art, call it what you will. This section is the Money Game Trilogy, and I have a little bit of a confession. I did pull up the lyrics first because I wanted to get a sense of it. All right, so maybe it's not the first reaction, having looked at the lyrics, but I wanted to be transparent about what I am about to watch. And to me, it's almost like going to a horror movie. I was never a big horror movie fan, but after reading the lyrics, maybe it's looking at the horror within. I'm Steve Yusko from the Long Island Sound, married, 64, daughter named Faith. I told you all that in the past. Come from a unique perspective, probably different. Obviously, we're all different from anyone who's done reaction videos with Wren. And again, thanks to Rachel from Canada for pointing the artist Wren out to me. And while I have your attention, hey, please subscribe. You know the deal. Hit that hype button. I appreciate it. I'm getting so many great comments and great direction from the renegades out there. And hey, keep the comments coming. If you got a thought, if I've missed something, if I'm way off or I'm right on, let me know in the comments. It's a blast conversing with people around the world, like-minded and not so like-minded. It's all good, brother and sister and they. Okay, let's get started. The Money Game. This is part one of a trilogy, from what I understand.
It's a strange time we're living in. War can put fear in. Hierarchy parties, they make us feel inferior. Read one straight, parliament in theories. Devils walk among us, they fit the criteria. Eerie, theory, strife, fearing, weary-minded men when we're clearly living in dictatorships. Nearly blinded by illusions to choose who's fooling who. A ball chained to your shoes, I'm pained. It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole war burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns.
Okay, as the world turns, the whole world burns. Obviously, he's torturing this guy, but it's interesting to me that one of the guys got a hood over his head and a rope. Is he torturing himself? That's, I guess, the question that comes to mind. And we're back into it.
It's a crying shame. The pursuit of our own wealth lights a flame that makes greed a game that lets this whole world burn. As the world turns, the whole world burns. But money was invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger.
Okay. What jumped out at me? Money is the root of all evil. It's a cliche, but he kind of takes it, obviously, to the next level. All right, bring it back a few seconds. There we go.
Invented for trade, but now those bits of paper twist hearts, make slaves, turns a saint into a sinner, a child into a killer. His finger on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 rain. A storm it comes our way, and those who rise through distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this old money game. Stop.
What's he doing now? It's like torture. Bizarre that he controls this guy and the guy's playing music.
This old money game.
All right, I got to stop it right there. What jumped out at me was Quentin Tarantino in Inglourious Bastards when the Nazi killer is banging the bat in the cave. You know that scene before he comes out. It's torturous, the banging of the sound of the bat along the fence and on the floor.
This old money game. Dear Mr. president. It's evident that everyone's a resident of fear when they support these ideas that keep us separate. When they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate?
That line jumped out of me. Like I said, I read the lyrics before. When did we have the right to hate? And that's freedom of speech. Pretty profound, as there are a lot of profound statements in this video.
They support these ideas that keep us separate when they make us believe that everybody is coming to terrorize you in the streets. They say badly through gritted teeth. That's my right to hate. That's freedom of speech. But when did freedom become a reason to hate? A way to justify a racist slur or insult we make? There's an irony in freedom, cause us in the West, we have pillaged and plundered the murder that's savages, colonized all of the rest. That's called hypocrisy. Preach a certain value that you never keep yourselves. Your country was in flames, you demonstrate yourselves in a second. Still you spit your venom, demonizing immigrants when really you're the immigrant. Cause all of us are immigrants or descended from immigrants. Irony is imminent. I'll shed the light on immigrants. America was colonized by Britain. Britain, it was colonized by Rome, and also colonized by the Saxons. They were German, by the way. You know how people throw shade upon the Germans because of history's pain, and yet we made the same mistakes all again. Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat.
Okay, I got to tie into that because it's such interesting. I can only talk about what's happening here in America. I live in New York on Long Island, and what I'm seeing, obviously, I'm not a fan of our administration currently. Things are getting so twisted, and like anything else, the conquerors control the history. And the fact that, if you don't know, Trump is trying to whitewash history by changing things down. Anything critical of the United States, whether in the Smithsonian, whether in our educational institutions, he's trying to rewrite history. And my dad always said he was a big fan of history. If you don't learn your lessons, history will repeat itself. Obviously, we haven't learned our lessons. You have to have a critical eye on our past, what we did to the indigenous people here in America and continue to do so, and how people are being separated, and how the immigrant, how the stranger in our land is being demonized. There are people fighting back, and there is a crack in that.
It's by the Saxons. They were German, by the way.
Interesting, he's kind of like marching back and forth, like he has a baton under his arm, like a German soldier.
Demonize a whole people, Jewish or Muslim, the same and the same. Old situations play on repeat. The same old TV shows repeat. Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions are our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle, we sleep.
That jumped out at me. There's no left and there's no right. In the middle, we sleep. And on occasion, by the way, I do get a troll comment, to be honest with you, out there, excoriating the left. Why do we allow murderers, and we fall into the trap. What's the real thing? And this bothers me with people really close to me who hide their opinions, don't, sleep through what the hell's going on in the world. Wake up, everybody. Let's be woke, to coin a phrase.
Yeah, we worship the bleak. Our opinions are our own, and we follow like sheep. There's no left, there's no right. In the middle, we sleep. Rain, 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 rain. A storm, it comes our way. And those who rise, who distorted lies, poison in the veins. But we'd like to point the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
All right, what is he doing now? I feel like he's almost like stabbing him, but he would be crying out if he was being stabbed.
This whole money game.
Okay, before we see the reveal of, I guess he's going to back away from this guy at some point, I would think. What jumped into my mind is the movie Clockwork Orange, Stanley Kubrick, another disturbing tale to watch. And there's a scene where he brutalizes this woman and her husband in their apartment with a gang of guys. And he's singing. I think he did Singing in the Rain or something like that, if I recall. I'll probably put a photo up of it. But the singing through torture is really kind of, I don't know. Does that normalize it? Hey, if you know, let me know in the comments. All right.
This old money game.
All right, I caught it. He took out a marker and he drew eyeballs on this guy. I'm curious. I'm sure the guy, he didn't poke holes in it. Another just form of torture. What is he doing by putting a face on someone who he's torturing? Interesting. You know, so stream of consciousness here. Is he, when we put a face, when we humanize somebody, is it less easy to torture them? All right, back to it. Oh, shit. The guy smells the gasoline. Puts up his defenses, sort of. What's he thinking? Is it regret? Big sigh. He's almost breaking through the third wall here because you see the microphone now. He's rolling up his stuff. Already unplugs the microphone. Not very nicely. Clips it off, rolls it in a ball. Another sigh. Almost like a look of regret. No. No. Okay. Wow. All right. Disturbing, obviously. Another scene that popped into my head. This is what just came to me. In Shawshank Redemption, I think in Images, which is strange. Maybe not. Is that when he finally gets out of prison, he raises his hands up and the rain is pouring down on him. And it's almost like a baptism. He's being washed. This is almost like a baptism in a weird way. And what's the phrase in the chorus? Rain, rain, rain. Hey, there's more to unpack on this. I'm going to get into the lyrics just personally a little bit more. And I've always wondered this. Through scripture, through millennia, there's always been prophets who were killed, who spoke the truth of what's happening in this world. Same thing with saints, to kind of put it, in my opinion, to be put in place to correct the church over the years, and point to our sins. My question to you, is there something prophetic that you find with Wren's art? Hey, I'll leave it at that. I'm Steve Yusko with the Long Island Sound. Hey, thanks for joining me on this journey. Please comment. Tell me where I'm right, I'm wrong. Hey, mate, I'm sure I missed stuff, but this is my first reaction, and I cheated because I looked at the lyrics to be very transparent. Anyway, be generous with your joy. Keep your spirits high. Let the music, let Wren's music take you on this wild journey. All right, be well, everyone.